Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back here with BHIoT Group IoT Nuggets. And I'm joined here today, as always, with Mr. Steve Brummer. Steve.
Thank you. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
The man deserves a round of applause. He's a bad dude. But listen, today we're going to be talking.
I've been called worse.
Well, today we're talking about PLTE, private LTE. Last time we talked about edge computing. Today we're talking about private LTE and the fact that you can deploy in a way that you can use LTE without technical issues between the bands, right? And that's just one of the benefits of PLTE, which is becoming really popular. Talk about that a little bit, Steve.
It definitely is a hot subject and being spoken to us on a weekly basis from a variety of different places. We are currently working on a couple of airports and a couple of venues and a couple of small communities talking about private LTE and the use of private LTE. It is a way of being able to highly secure your data from your IoT solutions, products that are in those cities or in those venues. It is done with the ability for you to switch from private LTE to public LTE. There are many companies that have that capability of being able to, in the software switch, going from data on private LTE to data on LTE itself. But hot area, companies like Boingo and many other public DAS system companies are getting into those development works, and so the time is right for people to seriously consider it because of the security aspects of it in your city or in your venue or in your airport.
Okay, now let me ask a question just as a layman. When you talk about the fact that being able to do private LTE helps you from a security standpoint, does it also help you reserve a certain amount of bandwidth so you have capacity on the frequency you're using?
Of course. I mean, of course, you're not going to have a lot of public in there, but when you have it inside like a stadium, so private LTE has been being deployed in stadiums for game day capabilities within the stadium or within an airport for daily operations. So you're still having to worry about the throughput and the bandwidth and the uses that are being done within there. You still have those inherent issues, but it's highly secure, it is private, and you have the controls over it.
Gotcha. Okay, because that's where my mind went. You know, as things start to come back to normal and we start to go back to football games, you know, when I go to Michigan Stadium, there's 110,000 people there. I have a perfect signal, but I can't get anything to go through.
And that's what's going to happen. So you'll be able to get, say, real-time feeds from the field or replays on your private LTE opt-in solution from the university or from the TV station that's running it, while you're still able to, on your device, go into the LTE network and do your text messaging and your public lookups.
That sounds great. I mean, without getting too off track, specifically when it comes to sports, but to me, sounds like big implications for sports, entertainment, any place where there's a big crowd of people, smart cities, whatever.
That's definitely a huge use case right now, Doug. But it's a hot subject area, and we haven't even touched the surface on the different use cases that are out there.
Sounds great. Well, it's a fascinating topic for me and for you out there watching the show. If you have any questions about this or you think this is something you want to continue a conversation about for your own IoT deployment, reach out to BHIoT Group. The website is up there at the top, bhiotgroup.com. Hit the contact button and continue the conversation. And if there is a specific topic you want us to cover on this show, let us know. And if it's something you have a certain amount of expertise in and you want to come on and be a guest on the show to talk about it yourself with us,
in a minute and a half.
For minute and a half limit. Make sure you've got your rehearsed down pat so that we don't have to gong you. But we'd love to have you on. And Steve, once again, thanks a lot. This was enlightening. And join us again for episode 7, where we're going to be talking about Cat M or NB-IoT with the other half of Brummer Hubler Group, Mr. John Hubler, everybody.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Can't wait for that. Thank you very much. We'll see you all soon.
All right. Have a great day, Doug.
You too.